Good evening, and my name is Manuel. And in this video, I will be presenting the design and construction of an Arduino Mega 2560 board using the KiCad. And the presentation will cover three main stages of the design process. First, I will explain the schematic design and how the major components are interconnected. Now, secondly, I will demonstrate the PCB layout, including component placement and routing. And now finally, I will show the 3D view of the completed PCB design. Now, the main purpose of this design is to recreate the Arduino Mega 2560 development board as a custom PCB while maintaining the major functionality of the original board. Now, I will begin with the schematic design of the Arduino Mega 250. And then with the schematic design, this is the main controller used in this design, which is the ATMega 2560. And then it serves as the central processing unit of the board and controls the input and output operation of the Arduino. Now now the schematic also includes the power. This also includes the power supply section, which is the barrel jack switch, which is noted here and also highlighted. And then the board also contains USB. This board also contains USB to serial connection. Um, also contains USB to serial connection, which is also highlighted here. Okay, so this is the USB to serial communication session, which allows the Arduino to communicate with a computer through the USB connection. Then another important part of the schematic is the clock circuits. And then uh, the clock circuit. Well, this schematic contains a whole lot of various input and output headers. And then you might even ask, where are the input headers? Um, the input headers are rightly located here as has been highlighted. So these are the inputs. And then after completing the schematic, I perform the necessary electrical checks and um, and with the checks, yeah, after being run, you can see that. Okay, let me run there. Yeah, after being run, you can see that I had zero errors and then one warning. Now we are about to head to the footprint, which is located at two. Then okay, so these are the components used on the these are the footprints for the components used on the board, which is the capacitor and diode, connector pin socket, and so forth and so on. Okay, so here I'll update my schematic, the schematic update. Okay, so And as you can see, this is it. This is the PCB layout for the ATMega 2560. And then, so I'll head straight to the 3D. So as you can see, this is the 3D of my ATMega 2560. And then, okay, so and then in conclusion, this project demonstrates the complete design process of an Arduino Mega 2560 board using the KiCad. Now the process started with the schematic design, where the electrical connection and major functional sections were created. The schematic was then converted into a PCB layout, where the components were placed and connected well routed. Now finally, the 3D viewer was used to inspect the physical appearance and component arrangement of the completed board. Now okay, so this is the project, and this is how I performed all my tasks. So see you in the next video. Stay tuned.